So I wanted to give a shout out to Cherry. This morning I got up, which is Sunday the 16th, and Solar. This was around, I'll say, 5 something. So he may have been on even longer than that. He was on with Cherry from BIGO. I will put her social media handles inside of the top of the description box of this video. Please go over and follow her on BIGO. She does a lot of updated and informative interviews with ex-Carbonation members, and she has been putting me up on game and keeping me updated with some of the Carbonation members that have left, interviews that she has done with them. So please go support her channel. So Solar was talking with Cherry, and he was basically saying what is really understandable, which was that he felt like being associated with Nature Boy has affected his life.
You know, they're doing things. These are the guys who took me surfing for my first time. You know, lifelong memories. You know, really good friends. Maybe that's not the case at all, but you know, I'm not surprised if I hit him up right now. It'd be like whatever vibes. It wouldn't be like, oh, hey, excited to hear from you. It wouldn't be that, especially if they saw this stuff. If they saw this stuff, then it'd be really bad. So, you know, that would be interesting to check on, but I'm just letting you know that's the type of shit, you know, I gotta live with now. You
Right.
know, I gotta live, you know, and it is what it is. It's my fault. I'm not gonna point the finger forever. You know, I went there, I made these choices. If these people choose to be my friend or not, that's on them. I'm doing better now.
And you know, like people prior to going to Carbonation that he may have did surfing with, that may have knew him, you know, if they see this sort of behavior and what he represented when he was with Nature Boy and Carbonation, they might look at him differently, you know, which if they do, then, you know, like with anybody, it is what it is. People are gonna either accept you for who you are or not, and you just have to live with that. Those are the decisions Solar had made at the time. He thought they were the right ones, and we all know that they weren't. And like I had said before, you know, at the time when they were riding for Nature Boy, they had to be brainwashed and reprogrammed, because there's no way the way that Nature Boy was treating them or some of the stuff that he had them doing, there's no way that they could have felt that that was normal or
That's on
okay.
them. I'm
And we
doing
all
better
know.
now. I'm doing great. Hopefully, you can judge me for who I am rather than who I was. You know, like Eligio, like we're not judging him for who he was. We never even knew who he was. We only had to judge him for who he was being. We don't know who that nigga was. He was only judging him for how he was acting. And he acting to tell you, but you still doing it. So you can't. It's like trying to get a kid out of play mode, and the kid is just stuck in play mode. And it's like, yo, get serious.
And we all know that that wasn't normal or okay, what Nature Boy was doing. Also, I want to let you know, without losing the focus, Natiri has not went anywhere, because when I was ending what I wanted to record of this interview so I could share with the community, Cherry must have heard. I didn't even hear it, and I was sitting there listening to what he was saying. But Cherry, she must have very good hearing. She heard something in Solar's background, and she asked, "Is that Nene?" And he said, "Yes, she was just waking up." So that confirmed that Natiri is very much so still with Solar. I don't know where this seed was planted. Forgive me for saying that. If the case was that either Solar or Natiri said out of their own mouth that they're not together, I don't catch everything.
No,
So
no, don't say those things. Say, were you a divine woman when you were curled up in a bathtub
Ooh.
taking blows? That's what you say. You don't say anything that could be, you know, something she might have thought was pleasure. You do something that she does not like and she does not want and that she forgot and that she's not experiencing because of those bars.
What?
Yeah, they all are in debt. Their health, every one of their health is in debt to Natiri, to Lotus, because if he wasn't
Bomb.
on the other side of those bars, the energy would be drained and their bodies would be bruised.
So I didn't hear it come out the horse's mouth. So I'm just wondering myself where these allegations came from. I did hear from a few people it came out of Natiri's mouth, not really involved too much of Solar saying anything about any turmoil between the two of them. But it has been confirmed that Natiri is in fact still with Solar. So just always remember, that these people are programmed. They've been reprogrammed by Natureboy to be one mind, oneself. So you're going to see a lot of what Natureboy used to do. Them doing it today in their life because they're probably not even aware of that these are bad behaviors that they picked up from Natureboy. It's going to take some time for these people to find themselves and who they really are again
The
I'm
truth.
and stop.
Yeah, when you hit them up, that's what you gotta say. I mean, y'all hit them up, y'all gotta let them know, like,
Getting your
hey,
ass beat.
leave. Don't even
Right.
troll him. Don't be mean to him. Don't say those things. Be like, hey, baby, you're not supposed to be beat by your husband. Your man's not supposed to beat you. You're not supposed to hit
Well,
him. That's toxic.
right.
You need to leave that and
But
give yourself the opportunity to live life. That's what these are the things you guys need to say to them, because when they read it, what are they gonna have to do? They have to block those. They're gonna
yeah,
block you anyway. They're gonna block you anyway. So if they're gonna block you or they're gonna close you out, let that be the last thing to burn in their mind. When they go to sleep, they're gonna have dreams of running away, of bombs blowing up behind them, of them being chased by police,
And
of
stop
them.
snitches.
the confusion, the mayhem, the being deceitful and lying and making people think one way when it's another. So it's going to take time for them to, get back, to who they really are. So there's going to be a lot of confusion being put out there in the community. And most importantly, but I think is even more of a bad look is that it's going to be a lot of confusion and lies coming out of the horse's mouth because they've been so used and abused. They don't really think like a person who hasn't been subjected to mental abuse. So it's going to take time. I know people get outraged when you hear these ex-combination members say one thing, then they do another, and then you find out later on it was just a storyline to get the attention back onto them because maybe they weren't the topic of conversation anymore and they were trying to stay relevant. I don't know what are the reasons for why they do this. I don't know really. Honestly, I've never sat with Natureboy and
Guy
asked
is.
him. I don't
But
know where
whoever he
he
is,
got.
the accent was too real. He knew too much to be any fake Jamaican. And he would hit
Right.
me up, and that right there, it would ring in my subconscious day by day. Every day, some of his messages, they did a lot of the work. It was when I turned around and I said, you know what, I gotta go. That it was his voice in my head. It was a Jamaican dude. It's like,
Right.
bro, you're power, man. You're better than this. Like, don't ever publicly disrespect yourself like that ever again. Like stuff like that. And when he tried to make an example of me, it's like, bro, I'm good. Nah, standards, values. You ain't gonna disrespect me like this. Not even over the phone. You in jail right now,
Asked
bro.
him. I don't know where he
Mm.
got doing this to become relevant. Where did he get this idea that that's gonna really help him get through life by just doing storylines? But yes, yeah, Solar was on Big O today. He was talking with Cherry. He seems to be really comfortable talking with Cherry. And a lot of ex-Combination members from the past interviews I did listen to, they seem to also be very comfortable with her. She seems to be really like neutral and respectful to all the community. And I like that about her. I try to look at everyone to be great until I see the other side of them, and then I kind of back off. But she hasn't showed me anything but positivity and respect. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is why they feel comfortable, ex-combination members, going on to these lives and doing interviews. Now Wizzy and Trey 963 also did an interview yesterday, Saturday, the 15th. And Cherry was nice enough to remind me, because I did see it on Big Go, but to remind me to make sure to tune in. So I had set my timer for 9 o'clock and I did record the interview. So I will do a commentary video on my thoughts of that, and also probably a live on Monday. I don't want to do too much today. It's Sunday. It's kind of a laid back day, and everyone's chilling, getting ready for Monday. So I want y'all to be able to get the information and digest it. But it's gonna take time for these people to heal. I like the way Solar's been talking a lot about the women and being really transparent of what they have endured over there in Carbonation, and also giving people the reasoning on why they haven't left. And he's not bad mouthing them. He's basically given us an experience of what they're not going to tell us, or what they might, even when they sit with themselves and may leave eventually, what they might never share with the public that they endured, that we really do need to know, so that history doesn't repeat itself and another woman doesn't end up over in a situation like this with another nature boy. When I say nature boy, I'm not talking about the nature boy we know, but there's many of men just like nature boy out here. So we just need to spread the awareness, make everyone knowledgeable about what's going on, so that history doesn't repeat itself.